why don't we do this? Why don't we make a sweep? Here, I've got my gloves on now. Let's make a sweep out around the whole area, about 10 foot out, and make a perimeter run around it. Starting right back here at the corner. Back at the same first corner where we came in. Let's go right back here.
December 26th, 1980. Just after 3 in the morning, security patrols moved slowly along the eastern perimeter of RAF Woodbridge in Suffolk, England. Beyond the fence stretched the dark pine trees of Rendlesham Forest, a quiet woodland separating 2 American-operated air bases during the height of the Cold War. The winter air was cold and still. Frost clung to the ground between the trees, and a thin layer of fog drifted low through the forest. Then something unusual appeared in the sky. Several airmen suddenly noticed bright lights descending beyond the tree line. At first they assumed the worst, that a military aircraft had crashed somewhere deep in the forest. The lights flickered between the trees as if something was moving through the forest. Airmen climbed into a military jeep and drove toward the narrow forest road leading into Rendlesham. As the vehicle approached the trees, the strange lights were still visible in the distance. Moments later, the team stepped into the forest itself. Flashlights cut through the cold mist drifting between the pine trunks. Somewhere ahead, the light was still there. What the airmen were about to encounter would turn a routine security patrol into one of the most famous UFO cases ever reported in Europe. Moving deeper into Rendlesham Forest, the airmen followed the mysterious glow between the trees. At first, they expected to discover the wreckage of an aircraft, but when they reached a small clearing, they found something far stranger. Witnesses later reported seeing a small triangular object resting among the pine trees. The craft appeared metallic and smooth, reflecting the beams of the soldiers' flashlights. Coloured lights pulsed faintly along its edges. Sergeant Jim Penniston later claimed the surface felt warm and almost glass-like when he touched it.
Black in color, very shiny. It was metal, but it was smooth as glass. Inside the fabric of this triangular craft, there was light movement of red and blue running through the fabric of it. I had pasted off, and it measured 9 feet by 9 feet by 9 feet. It was approximately, based on my height, I'm 6'2", so I estimated it at 7 feet tall. It was very small for aircraft. It had one of the things that I was looking at initially was I was looking for obvious things that aircraft have, looking for landing gear, looking for intake, looking for exhaust, looking for crew compartment, looking for windows. It was void of all those. That's where the confusion comes in at. I came back around to the right side of it. When I seen those glyphs, I seen that there's some writing up there. So I felt pretty comfortable at that moment, because I said, okay, it's going to say United States Air Force, prototype, something like that. It's going to say NASA on it. And then, of course, in my report, the term craft of unknown origin, I was not going to, in any way, shape, or form, use the term UFO in there. I used a military term. I couldn't determine the origin, and I let somebody else figure that out. I figured, okay, my job is to gather the facts, which I did. I'll let, if it's above my pay grade, let somebody else figure out what it was. And so that's pretty much how I was looking at it. Also, we had a very real fear of our careers, because we know that this is something that would hurt our careers, reporting this type of phenomenon. It just wasn't done. I agree with the human race would probably experience the same type of feelings I had. But I think one of the things that I hadn't mentioned is probably denial. Is one of also the feelings you feel, well, this can't be what I think it could be. I think that's part of what's going on there. And because, we're rational people, we want We want rational answers, especially in that position I was in. I mean, what we had on that base, in those twin bases, largest tactical fighter wing in the United States Air Force. You know, it felt like it was okay. And then when it took off, there was an absence of that feeling.
After about 45 minutes, the colors on the craft became more agitated as they once again became an intense white color.
And then it started getting even brighter and brighter, and now we're squinting, and all I could see is a white light. But it was still not as bad as when we first came up to the craft, because this still could take off and go up to about treetop level, and then and I could still see the silhouette of the triangular craft. I mean, but when I initially approached it, it was just too bright.
Nearby branches high in the trees appeared broken, suggesting that something had moved through the canopy. Radiation measurements were also taken from the site. Some readings were reportedly higher than the natural background levels normally present in the forest. These findings were later documented in an official memo written by Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt. However, investigators could not agree on what the evidence meant. Some believed the impressions might have been left by animals. Others believed the patterns suggested something far more unusual. 2 nights later, the strange lights returned. This time, Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt personally led a team into the forest to investigate.
150 feet or more from the initial, I should say, suspected impact point. Having a little difficulty, we can't get the light all to work. Seems to be some kind of mechanical problem. Let's send it back and get another light. Meantime, we're going to take some readings with the Geiger counter and chase around here a little bit, wait for another light all to come back in. 6. Doing enough? Yes. One of the 5 number. Okay, we're now approaching the area within about 25, 30 feet. What kind of readings we get? Anything? Just minor clicks. Minor clicks. Reading impressions. Is that all the bigger they are? Well, there's one more well defined. Security control. We're still getting clicks. Can we read that on a scale? Yes, sir. We're now on the 5/10 scale, and we're reading about 3rd, 4th increment. Okay, we're still comfortably safe here. You don't have a light on? It's ready. Security. Can you have them? There's still minor readings. Second indentation. Security. This one's dead. Let's go to the 3rd one over here. Yes, now I'm getting some residual. I can read now. The meter's definitely giving a little pulse. That's what I was going to say. Let's go to the center of the area next and see what kind of reading we get out there. You're reading the clicks. I can't hear the clicks. Yes, sir. Got them at the center, Bruce? Yes. Okay, let's go to the center. Yes, I'm getting that's the best deflection needle I've seen yet. Okay, can you give me an estimation? We're on the 0.5 scale. We're getting at approximately 0125 hours. We're getting right at a half of a millimeter. Last point. I haven't seen it go any higher. Let's go farther in. Okay, we'll go out toward the now it's picking up. This is out toward the number 1 indentation where we first got the strongest reading. Yeah, it's similar to what we got in the center. Not in a pond, it's mainly in the center. Looks like an area here possibly. It could be a blast. It's in the center. That's hard to tell. You gotta take this one finger about 3. Here's 2. Up to what, 7? What? Just jumped up to 7/10 there. 7/10 right here in the center? Uh-huh. We found a small blast, what looks like a blasted or scrubbed up area here. We getting very positive readings. Let's see, is that here the center? Yes, it is. This is what we would assume would be the dead center. Just picking up for us to go along the whole area here now. Up to 7/10, or 7 units, it's calling on the 0.5 scale. Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we make a sweep? Here, I've got my gloves on now. Let's make a sweep out around the whole area, about 10 foot out, and make a perimeter run around it, starting right back here at the corner. Back at the same first corner where we came in. Let's go right back here. I'm going to depend upon you counting the clicks. Right. Okay, let's start. I'll tell you if they get louder. Then I can put the light on it and sweep around it. It would fly. Put it on the ground every once in a while. This looks like an abrasion on it. Okay, we'll catch that on the way back. Let's go around. Hold back. Hit it there. If any interest right over here, it looks like an abrasion pointing into the center. It is. It may be old though. There's some scent marks or something on it. Let's go on back around. Alright. So it gives some extension on there. Yeah, this is an awkward thing to use, isn't it? Oh, see, I carried on my ears, but this one broke. Are we getting any further? I'm going to shut the recorder off till we find something. Picking up? What are we up to? We're up to 2-3 units. Deflection, you're getting in close to one pod. Picking up something. Picking up. Okay, it's still not going above 3 or 4 units. Picking up more though. More frequent. Yes, you're staying steady up around 2 to 3 to 4 units now. Yeah. Each one of these trees that face into the blast, what we assume is a landing site, all have an abrasion facing in the same direction towards the center. That's interesting. Well, let's go this way around the circle here. Turn it back down here. Picking up something in the collection. Let me see that. Well, that's kind of funny. You're right about the abrasion. And I've never seen a tree that's never seen a pine tree that's been damaged react that fast. I got a bottle to put that in. Yeah, you got a sample bottle? Yes, sir. Go ahead. For the soil. Yeah, here. Sit this on the ground. You'll notice they're all the same. Okay, from now on, let's identify that as point number 1. That stake there. So you all know where it is. We have to sketch it. You got that, Sergeant Nevels? Yes, sir. Okay. Closest to the Woodbridge base. B.1. B.1. And let's go clockwise from there. Point 2. So this tree is between point 2 and point 3. That 2 other personnel requesting to randomly give you that your location.
Tell them negative at this time. We'll tell them when they can come out here. We don't want them out here right now.
Okay, the sample, you're going to mark this sample number 1.
Yes.
Have them cut it off and include some of that sap and all. Is between indentation 2 and 3 on a pine tree about 5 feet away, about 3.5 feet off the ground.
I've got some more, but
there's a round abrasion on the tree about 3.5, 4 inches in diameter. It looks like it might be old, but strange, there's a crystalline pine sap that's come out that fast. You see those other trees here that are damaged in similar fashion?
Yes, so I'll make it
toward the center of the landing site. Okay, why don't you take a picture of that and remember your picture, and you got to be writing this down. It's going to be on the tape.
Right.
Got a tape measure with you? This is the picture. Your first picture will be of the first tree, the one between Mark 2 and 3. Meantime, I'm going to look at a couple of these trees over here.
We are getting some.
You're getting readings on the tree you're taking samples from on the side facing the suspected landing site.
4 clicks max.
Up to 4. Interesting. That's right where you're taking the sample now. 4. That's the strongest point on the tree?
Yes, sir. If you come to the back, there's no clicks whatsoever.
No clicks at all on the back. It's all on the
maybe
side facing the... Interesting. The indentations look like something twisted as it got, as it sat down on them. Looks like someone took something and sat it down and twisted it from side to side. Very strange. We're looking at the same tree we took the sample off with this, what do you call it, star scope? Star. You're getting a definite heat reflection off the tree, about 3 to 4 feet off the ground?
Yes, where the spot is.
Same place where the spot is. We're getting a heat.
And the spot on the tree directly behind us, I picked up the same thing, and one off to your right.
3 trees in the area, immediately adjacent to the site, within 10 feet of the suspected landing site. We're picking up heat reflection off the trees.
Like 5 and up.
What's that again?
Well, shine a light on again, Bob.
Well, you got trouble here, Joel? Yeah.
Get right on the spot, and then when you want them,
okay, turn the light on.
You'll notice the white.
Hey. You're right. There's a white streak on the tree.
Indicates
Let me turn around and look at this tree over here now. Just a second. White streak right on the tree. I can see it. Maybe give me a little side lighting so I can find the tree. Okay, off.
Alpha 2 security.
I lost the tree. Okay, stop. Light on. Hey, this is eerie.
What is the hot spots?
This is strange. Here, somebody want to look at the spots in the ground? Whoops, watch your nose. We're walking all over the place, sir. Okay, let's step back, not walk all over them. Come back here and somebody put a beam on them. But you're going to have to be back 10 or 15 feet. You see it?
Okay, fine.
Okay, lights off.
He took this long to document.
What do you think about the spot? Yeah. Want to see the first spot? Okay, that's what we call spot number 3. Let's go to the back corner and get spot number 1. Spot number 1. Here's spot number 1 right here. Spot number 1 right here. You need some light? There it is right there. You focused? Okay. Look around spot number 1 through the starlight scope.
Pick up a slight increase in light as I go over it.
Slight increase in light at spot number 1. Let's go look at spot number 2. Spot number 2 is right over here. Right here. See it? Okay, get focused on it. Tell me when. Okay. Lights on. Let's see what we get on it.
Slight increase.
Just a slight increase?
Try to center.
The center spot. Well, it really isn't center. It's slightly off center. It's right there.
It's more
Okay. I'm going to get your reading on it right there.
okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
Wait.
Okay, lights on. This is the center spot we're looking at now, almost the center.
Slight increase.
Slight increase there. This is slightly off center toward the 1-2 side. It's some type of abrasion or something in the ground where the pine needles are all pushed back and where we get a high reading about deflection of 2 to 3, maybe 4, depending on the point on it.
Want to check it? Yes.
You said there's a positive after effect?
Yes, there is definitely. That's on the center spot. There is an after effect.
What does that mean?
It means when the lights are turned off, once we are focused in and allow time for the eyes to adjust, we are getting an indication of a heat source coming out of that center spot, which will show up on the
Heat or some form of energy. It's hardly heat at this stage of the game. Looking directly overhead, one can see an opening in the trees plus some freshly broken pine branches on the ground underneath. Looks like someone came off about 15 to 20 feet up. Some small branches about an inch or less in diameter. The 148, we're hearing very strange sounds out of the farmers' barnyard animals. It's very, very active, making an awful lot of noise.
It wasn't a pigmentation.
You just saw a light where? Wait, where?
Right in this position here, straight ahead, in between the tree. There it is again. Watch, straight ahead off my flash right there.
Yeah,
So there it is.
Hey, I see it too. What is it?
We don't know, sir.
So can I get some? Yeah, it's a strange, small red light. Looks to be maybe
maybe a quarter to half mile, maybe further out. I'm going to switch off. The light is gone now. It was approximately 120 degrees from the site. Is it back again? Yes, sir. We've got the flashlights in. Let's move out to the edge of the clearing so we can get a better look at it. See if we can get the star scope on it. The light's still there, and all the barnyard animals have gotten quiet now. Yeah, we're heading about 110 to 120 degrees from the site out through to the clearing now. Still getting a reading on the meter. About 2 clicks. Maybe jump 3 to 4 clicks, getting stronger.
Now it's coming up. Hold up, there we go. It's about approximately 4 foot off the ground. It's come to set to 110 degrees.
All right, just turn the meter off. Got to say that again. About 4 feet off the ground, about 110 degrees, getting a reading of about 4 clicks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but
Excuse me. No, it's dying.
no, it's not. I think it's something other than the ground. I think it's something variable
Got
here.
the tree right over.
We just frightened the first night bird we've seen. We're about 150 or 200 yards from the site. Everything else is just deathly calm. There is no doubt about it. There's some type of strange flashing red light ahead. It's yellow. I saw a yellow tinge in it too. Weird. It appears to be maybe moving a little bit this way. It's brighter than it has been.
Yellow.
It's coming this way. It is definitely coming this way. Pieces of it are shooting off. There is no doubt about it. This is weird.
To the left.
Yeah, definitely moving left.
Two lights. One light to the front,
Okay.
one light to the left.
Keep the flashlights off. There's something very, very strange. Get the headset on. See if it gets any stronger. Okay. Give us your rundown.
Notation that this is on a beta reading, too.
It's on a beta reading?
Beta
Okay.
still has been removed.
Okay. Pieces are falling off it again.
But it just moved to the right.
Yeah.
Off to the right.
Strange. Oh, well, what are you doing left? Let's approach to the edge of the woods up there. Can one do without lights? Let's do it carefully. Come on. Okay, we're looking at the thing. We're probably about 200 to 300 yards away. It looks like an eye winking at you. It's still moving from side to side. And when you put the star scope on it, it sort of has a hollow center, a dark center. It's like the pupil of an eye looking at you and winking. And the flash is so bright to the star scope that it almost burns your eye. We passed the farmer's house and across into the next field. Now we have multiple sightings of up to 5 lights with a similar shape and all, but they seem to be steady now rather than a pulsating or glow with a red flash. We just crossed the creek, and we're getting what kind of readings now? Getting 3 good clicks on the meter, and we're seeing strange lights in the sky. 244, we're at the far side of the second farmer's field, and made sighting again about 110 degrees. This looks like it's clear out to the coast. It's right on the horizon. Moves about a bit and flashes from time to time. Still steady or red in color. Also, after negative readings in the southerly field, we're picking up slight readings, 4 or 5 clicks now on the meter. 305, we see strange strobe-like flashes to the rather sporadic, but there's definitely something, some kind of phenomenon. 305 at about 10 degrees horizon directly north. We've got 2 strange objects, half moon shape, dancing about with colored lights on them. But guessed to be about 5 to 10 miles out, maybe less. The half moons have now turned into full circles. As though there was an eclipse or something there for a minute or two. 0315, now we've got an object about 10 degrees directly south, 10 degrees off the horizon. And the ones in the north are moving, one's moving away from us. It's moving out fast.
This one on the right's heading away, too.
Yeah, they're both heading north. So here he comes from the south. He's coming toward us now. Now we're observing what appears to be a beam coming down to the ground. This is unreal. 330, or 0330, and the objects are still in the sky, although the one to the south looks like it's losing a little bit of altitude. We're turning around and heading back toward the base. The object to the south is still beaming down lights to the ground. 0400 hours, one object still hovering over Woodbridge base at about 5 to 10 degrees off the horizon, still moving erratic and similar lights and beaming down this area.
More than 4 decades later, the Rendlesham Forest Incident is often called Britain's Roswell. It remains one of the most famous UFO encounters involving trained military personnel. Visitors today can walk the same forest trails where the sightings occurred. A path known as the UFO Trail leads to the clearing where the mysterious lights were first reported. Despite years of investigation, the central mystery remains unsolved. If you enjoy exploring mysteries like this one, hidden history, unexplained events, and stories that challenge what we think we know, consider subscribing.